I've always been brought up in a Christian family. My mum and dad obviously took me to church when I was young, my dad being the minister. So, you know, Sunday was always church day in my eyes. Even at a young age I encountered Jesus. The first time I encountered Jesus was 12 years old. And I can remember the first time, it was a meeting where I'd actually walked out the meeting and played football instead of listening to the sermon. And I can remember going back in and a guy just said, "I feel I need to pray for you." And I was like, okay. And all I can remember is I was on the floor and my friend said I'd been there for an hour and that's never left me. But then, you know, not rebellious, but I went off and did my own thing. At 15 I got into gambling, which at the time I just thought it was a little thing. And, you know, up until 19 it took over my whole life. It was an addiction that can kill people. When I got to 17, it was my whole life. It took over my family. It was more important than my family. It even became more important than my football. There were times when I'd turn up late to football because I'd be in the gambling shop. And, you know, it took over everything. The turning point for me becoming a Christian was as simple as I met Jesus, but it was 6 months before that was something inside was really changing. I didn't understand it either. I never prayed to God, and like I say, I was going through this addiction to gambling where it really took over me, and it was my whole life as well as football. But football was kind of second. And then I kept coming home from football after drinking with the lads, and I used to come home to my mum and dad and say, "I don't know what's happening. I need Jesus and I don't know why." And the thing is, I'd never prayed. It sounds daft, but I actually enjoyed my life. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed gambling. I can remember one night going to church. Funnily enough, I'd just won £400. And I'd just come back and the girl said to me, "God can heal you of your gambling addiction and all the sins that you're committing." And I said, "Well, maybe, but I don't want him to. I enjoy my life." But then, like I say, that 6 month period, something was happening, and it was God softening my heart. It was changing me. And then the turning point come when I decided to go to a Christian festival, and there was 12,000 people there. And I took all my friends, my non-Christian friends, and every single night I encountered Jesus, and he was telling me things that only he could know and I could know, and it was breaking me, but it felt amazing. And my friends knew as well, even though they'd never experienced God, they knew that something was changing and that it would be life-changing. And then I can remember coming home and all the lads had fell asleep in the car, and again it was like God was just talking to me. And then I got home and I went straight to my bedroom and I said, "Jesus, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to give absolutely everything." And he turned up again. And I knew from that moment in my bedroom that I'd met the King. I'd met something beyond myself, but something that was everything for 19 years that I'd never had. And I've never been the same since. You know, the moment I became a Christian, I never gambled since. My addiction was completely cleansed. I never, and I'm not saying I never thought about gambling, I did, but I've never done it since. Even the way I speak, on the football pitch, I used to be the worst swearer on the pitch. But I can't even think that I've swore since again. God's cleansed me. And it is totally life-changing. Whatever God puts me through, I'll trust him. Because, you know, he loved me first. And if I think how he's saved me and how he actually is my saviour, I want to give it all back. I believe a Christian people have to know you're a Christian. If you've met Jesus, it's all or nothing. You know, it's not easy in my football team, but they know I'm a Christian. Why? They see something different in me. They see my actions. They see the way that I stand up for what I believe in. And I believe that it's a Christian. People should know you're a Christian. It's either the truth or it's not the truth.